Gaffer, slightly different with it being a Sunday, but if you look at what's in front of us, it's exactly the same as last week, isn't it? An unbeaten side at the top of the table in Ipswich.
Yeah, another tough game. Feels like I'm just repeating myself every week, but yeah, that's what we're faced with at the moment. Another big challenge. Ipswich are, in my opinion, got the strongest squad in the league, probably closely matched by Sheffield Wednesday. So yeah, it's going to be a great game, and hopefully it's one that we enjoy. Yeah,
we've had quite a few of these, as you said at the start of this season, and we've more than risen to the challenge in all of them. Do you really look forward to playing the sides that are going to be where we want to be at the end of the season?
Yeah, look, when the fixtures came out in June, whatever it was, I looked at the first 10 games and thought, oh my God, wow, that's going to be hard. But credit to the players. I mean, they've rose to the challenge every single week. They played some big teams, put in some brilliant performances, picked up some good results, and we're deservedly in third in the league at the moment. So we've got the opportunity, I think, if we win on Sunday, to go top. So for us to be doing that after 10 games is a brilliant achievement, and hopefully we can get the win on Sunday. Yeah,
and it's going to be a big occasion as well. We've got Sky cameras are in. We've got a tribute to former manager and Dave Smith before the game. It'll be a sellout. It should feel like a great occasion, shouldn't it?
Hopefully, yeah. Look, sometimes on the early kickoffs, I remember a couple of times last year when we played the Sheffield Wednesday early kickoffs. In the cup games, sometimes the atmosphere can take a little bit of time to get going, but I think here everybody knows the occasion. It's a top of the table clash. The Sky cameras are in, so hopefully the atmosphere can get going right from the very start. As you just said there, we'll pay tribute as well to Dave Smith, who was one of Argyle's best managers. So really looking forward to it, and hopefully the players can put in a performance to get the atmosphere really going.
Does anything change from your perspective in terms of the build up to this game, it being a day later than the norm, it being an early kick-off, as you said?
Not really, no. We try and keep it as similar as what we normally would. So we'll have a 2-day lead in now. Friday, Saturday, going into Sunday. The players got an extra day off because we got back late from Swindon on Tuesday night, so they've had a bit more time to rest and recover. We've had a bit more time then to watch the footage of Ipswich, which we've needed to do, because they've got some power and some weapons. So hopefully we'll be prepared as well as we possibly can be on Sunday.
Let's talk about Ipswich. You said they've got some weapons, they've got some power. What are we looking at? Where are their big threats, do we think?
Look, they're good in all departments. I think they're first in the league for terms of possession. They're first in the league for forward passes into the opposition box. The top of the table for points. So look, it's going to be a tough game, but as we've said to the players throughout the season so far, all the squads we've come up against have got good players, and if we stand off them and respect them too much, then they will hurt you. So we need to do what we've been good at, try and be aggressive with our press and try and go and win the ball back, and as I say, cause them a few problems when we've got the ball as well. So we're not fearful of Ipswich. Obviously we know the strengths that they've got, but as we've shown, we can be a match for anyone if we're at it.
Their manager, Kieran McKenna, and you've had fairly similar sort of starts to your managerial careers. I think you came in the same month, started in your first jobs. What do you make of him as a manager, as a coach?
So I've only met him, obviously, when we went to Ipswich the back end of last season. We had a good chat in the dressing room before the game, and after the game had a beer, and seems like a great lad. I've heard he's a real good coach. He goes to the detail, and he's got his team well organised. Look, when he came in, the squad that Ipswich had, I remember him telling me that they had a training group of 12 players, all training when we played them on that day, and we couldn't get Freddie Schumacher out of school, do you remember? Because he had to go to Wales or whatever. We couldn't get him out of school, he had the GCSE, and that was the difference. And look, he had the players at his disposal, and since he's came in, he's got them well organised. They're a completely different outfit to what was there before, and they're rightly so be challenging now this season right from the start at the top of the division. So yeah, well, I respect them. So got on really well with them, and hopefully we can two young managers who are going to go at it and put on a good performance hopefully on Sunday.
Just finally, we mentioned before the Portsmouth game, you said that we've got these two games against Portsmouth and Ipswich, and we'd love to end one of their unbeaten runs. We came so close at Fratton Park. It would be nice to do it in front of our own fans here, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. And again, I think that'll be the message to the players. These are at the top of the league and deservedly so, but we can't be fearful of them. Let's just go and give it our best, try and play at the energy as what we're going to need against these top teams, and then show some quality as well. And if we can be the first one to take the scalp off these and beat them, then we're top of the league. So what more motivation do you need?